Online gamers of today are solving some of scientists' biggest problems. A new generation of online games don't just provide entertainment, they help scientists solve puzzles involving genes, conservation, and the universe. For all their virtual accomplishments, gamers aren't fed for their real world usefulness. But that perception might be about to change, thanks to a new wave of games that let players with little or no scientific knowledge tackle some of science's already biggest problems, and gamers are already proving their worth. In 2011, people playing Foldit, an online puzzle game about protein folding, resolved the structure of an enzyme that causes an AIDS-like disease in monkeys. Researchers had been working on the problem for 13 years. The gamers solved it in just 3 weeks. A year later, people playing an astronomy game called Planet Hunters found a curious planet with 4 stars in its system, and to date they've discovered 40 planets that could potentially support life, all of which had been previously missed by professional astronomers. On paper, gamers and scientists make a bizarre union, but in reality, their two worlds aren't leagues apart. Both involve solving problems within a given set of rules. Genetic analysis, for instance, is about finding sequences and patterns among seemingly random clusters of data. Frame the analysis as a pattern spotting game looks like Candy Crush, and while aligning patterns and scoring points, people can also be hunting for mutations that cause cancer, Alzheimer's disease, or diabetes. Our brains are geared up to recognize patterns, says Irma Alsha, a neuroscientist and Wellcome Trust Engagement Fellow at the University of Manchester, explaining why scientists are turning to gamers for help. And we do it better than computers. This is a new way of working for scientists, but as long as they learn how to trust game developers to do what they do best, make great games, then they can have thousands of people from all around the world working on their data. The potential is huge. As a planet, we spend 3 billion hours a week playing online games. And if we even use a fraction of that time can be harnessed for science, laboratories around the world would have access to some rather impressive cognitive machinery. The trick, though, is to make games that are playable and addictive as possible. The more plays a game gets, the larger the database generated and the more robust the findings. Zoran Popovic is the director of Center for Game Science at the University of Washington and the co-creator of Foldit. He explains while successfully entertaining the masses, these games are meeting a very pressing need. Science needs more people. No matter the academic process we go through, he says we end up whittling down to a huge population of middle schoolers interested in science to some small percentage that actually survive the PhD process and end up doing science. Considering how many open scientific problems there are and how few scientists there are, it's clear that we are stymied in the progress the science simply is by the number of able and interested people out there. Through Foldit alone, he estimates that the number of people working on protein folding around the world increasing by 4 times in the past 2 years and a half. Zooniverse, a website that offers a wide range of online citizen science projects, including Planet Hunters, estimates that together their volunteers give them a virtual office block of 600 people working around the clock on scientific questions.